Well, first of all, I gotta mention that sorry for just uploading this a little bit later because I completely forgot to watch. I wouldn't say forget, but I was pretty busy for the first 2 days. I'm able to record it now. So, second thing, uh, portions of my uh last video got cut due to copyright issues. I want to be more careful about that, especially with opening and ending. So I didn't really properly say anything about it in the video just because it got cut off. But to say opening is okay, ending is good. Let's end it here. And let's just go straight into episode 3. Sorry if I'm talking a little bit quieter. Oh, I dropped my camera. Uh, doesn't matter. I'll run with it. Uh, Episode 3 starts off with them. Okay, they don't qualify to. I mean, they supposedly don't qualify to go for the sports festival. That's going to happen pretty soon, unless they pass their midterm exam. Then blah blah blah. Also, we get first actually get a proper introduction of the teacher, which he is pretty big in terms of this anime, where he's like one of the parental guardian. I wouldn't say sorry, not parental guardians, more of like a older figure where he's very supportive of the main characters. He's an actual teacher. He's not like a mindless side character that people forget about, which I really like about it. To where he's actually helping the boys to grow up, help the boys to understand. Like, I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you out. He's an actual good teacher. So like, he's an actual good one where he even motivates them, saying if they pass and win a sports festival, he'll buy them ice cream, trying to motivate them even more, makes them even more excited. But him right here, I can't remember all the names, and Rintaro is not good at studying and most likely going to fail. They basically just nagged one of their friends who's really good at studying. Then they said nope, they don't want to, because it's just a waste of time. I did see I told you last year, but you both still failed. And then they argue a bit. Then they said fine, uh, fine, we'll just do it ourselves. And that leads them to the library where they're studying, but they kind of fail to study. Kind of setting up them to be in the library. It also is talked a bit beforehand where he kind of wants to meet Wagari or Kaoru to go to Kaoru. I should say it slower if I want to say it properly. He asked that she should invite her to go over to the cake shop, but she says she's busy because she's busy. Also, this is such a minor thing which could have this only plays for like a short while. So like where he offers up the seats for those two girls, it just happened, but it does have some kind of play later, but it's like a very minor thing, so you don't have to worry. Also, another introduction of this character, the braided hair girl. She's not gonna play into the story until quite later on, so I don't have to talk about her that much. But she is a very fun side character. But let's just go around. Blah blah. Rintaro saw her in this place. He hesitated, went outside. Blah blah blah. I'm skipping most of these stuff because I really want to talk about around this area where I'll just skip it. Like, this is cool. I'm just explaining the story. Then this Subaru right here, where I want to talk more about her. She's definitely one of my favorite characters in this show. You first see her just like this, you thinking, oh, she's not a good person. She's kind of like what's the best word? Those people who are very prejudiced. But I feel like in this situation, it's kind of it's what's the word? There's like there's two things where you're either made to be one or you're born with that feeling. She was made kind of more again anti man and anti Chidori, and I think later on in the series you're gonna see the reason why she might have that thing. I don't want to talk too much about her backstory yet because there's a episode for her where they go deeper into this character, but in the Chidori side, I'm sorry, in her school, damn it, what's the school name again? I can't remember. Kyoko, right here, where she was born. This one also basically heightened her hatred towards boys, especially from Chidori, because in this school they very much see the Chidori public school as a menace, something that they should not be following. They basically made the girls to despise them, and we can see that from the first couple of episodes with how they treat the boys in Chidori, which caused two schools to have some kind of tension with each other. And this is just the first episode introducing them breaking that barrier, where two different sides kind of slowly break in a small and forming a small friendship between all the characters. And this is very interesting because this also shows a lot more characterization of the boy side. So it's not just like the supporting cast. Like Rintaro and Karoko, those two are the main two protagonists, but they also bother to flesh out the male friendship and understand why they're friends. I don't want to talk too much about that as well because that's also going to happen a lot more where they get tested with their friendship because of this situation. But but it also shows more the personalities. I think you understand why they kind of hang out with each other. I think if characterize him as a lot more rather than just an angry, stupid person. He's actually a lot more caring. He's like the jokester, but he's the type of the guy that you want him to be friends with. He's also able to apologize. He's able to understand his mistakes. It gives a little bit more personality for him other than being stupid and a funny guy, and I really like it. And for him, it shows this. So yeah, I feel like he stays the same for now, but his growth is a lot more later on to the manga. But this is another scene I really want to talk about because this was done really well, where he mocks Subaru for her looks, and that also has something to play with her backstory. I really like this shot where it slowly pans into her face with her eyes pulsing, I would say. And you see her eyes slowly dilates. Love. This is probably the best shot of the show currently. And of course, his insult didn't. Although he's insulted her, it was pretty much. He did went a bit too far for how he talked to her, and he actually gets called out for his action because it's what they call it uncool, for how he uncool for him. It's something that he doesn't usually say. Also shows a little bit more of the prejudice between two schools. Really enjoyed that just one scene. The scene is just a lot of depth into it, and you can see this first step of them slowly breaking that barrier where Kaoru apologizes when he also apologizes. You see that? Also, that's like the first barrier breaking, blah blah blah, and and you can see how she just monologues, and you kind of understand a little bit more of like, yeah, this is the byproduct of how Kyoko students, sorry, Kyoko teachers basically drill that those people are those Chidori people are terrible people. They're basically scavengers, barbarians, stuff like that. But it's when he said that's crossing the line. Told when he said that to defend Subaru, that's the first indication of her slowly breaking that prejudice feeling against the students, and you can see her just contemplating where she's trying to she's just very confused right now. Although, yeah, she's very confused, and that is gonna slowly break for after a couple of episodes. But this is like the start of her realizing that she was led into the wrong direction. Another thing I want to mention also, that haircut. I think, bro, that haircut. I mean, that hairstyle. Bro, women will love that. They'll cream to that. That's like a K-pop type haircut. Right? I mean, yeah, hairstyle. That's all I wanted to say about that. But yeah, at the end of the episode, they're gonna start up a small mini date for them to just hang out and also study. That's the end of the episode, huh? So there's not really much I want to talk about, but it's introduced one of the best characters and also the proper tension between those two schools, which still saying one of the best shots. It has also one of the best adaptation of the shot. This is insane. I still really like this shot. It's done so well. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna keep it short. I mean, it's not short at all. It's still 12 minutes, and I'm just a little bit low in energy. But yeah, that's alright. Yeah, it's a good episode. I can't wait for when things start breaking down and able to talk a little bit more about this, because I really don't want to spoil anyone who's watching me just talking about overall impression of this series. So yeah, see ya.